Hello, 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 yo. Okay, been a minute. I'm so bored. I don't even know what to watch anymore. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Send me stuff. If you're just a random viewer, send me tracks, send me videos. I don't really care. As long as it's entertaining. Like this.
Will give away during that time period, and that we'll be able to save tens of millions of lives.
But now, that image is being recognized for what it really is, a desperate attempt to hide the true darkness laying beneath it. Recent findings in the Epstein files make the claim that he slipped STD antibiotics into his wife's food, after he himself got infected on the island. And trust me, as you'll see later on, things get so much worse. It's really that bad that he's been forced to cancel his latest public appearances. And his ex-wife Melinda, the one he publicly appeared to build his empire with, is now publicly denouncing him.
Well, let me say this. I think we're having a reckoning as a society, right? No girl should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and was going on with all of the various people around him. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
And all it took was one unsent email to confirm something people had been theorizing about for years. Now that the truth has started to trickle out, Bill has been forced to admit to at least 2 affairs with Russian women.
In a town hall meeting with employees, Gates admitting to 2 affairs with Russian women and what he says about the photos of him in the Epstein files.
And it makes you wonder, what else has he been hiding? Whether it be him becoming the largest landowner in the US, or buying out the World Health Organization, or convincing the public that they should be locked in their homes, or presiding over the World Economic
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Whether it be him becoming the largest landowner in the US, or buying out the World Health Organization.
What do you mean by that? The World Health Organization is owned by Microsoft?
Or convincing the public that they should be locked in their homes, or presiding over the World Economic Forum, all while secretly chilling out with Jeffrey Epstein. Everything starts to become obvious about this guy when you really look at his creepy behavior subtly coming out in his pre-planned public appearances.
What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well,
I didn't do nothing.
you know, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that. Well, he's dead, so, you know, in general, you always have to be careful. And, you know,
He's like, he's dead now, so you have to be careful. Like, what?
You have to be careful,
or
bro.
you'll hang yourself in jail? Is that what you're saying?
People are finally waking up to the other side of Bill Gates, the side he spent his life trying to hide from the public. And we're going to uncover in this video how deep this rabbit hole truly goes. Because first of all, Bill Gates made his fortune exploiting a hole in the software industry by building a monopoly. And once we piece this story together, everything else starts to make sense about who Bill Gates really is. As when we say monopoly, we're not joking around. When Bill Gates first took over operating systems, he secured over 80% of the market share by the late 80s. Then he used that control to muscle out the rest of the competition, packaging their 1990 OS with Microsoft Word and Excel. With this unfair advantage, they then used their own developers to make something no one else could, the most compatible software ever. By doing this, Bill Gates was able to achieve a fantasy of his, becoming one of the most powerful men in the entire world, having complete control of technology throughout the 90s, and soon enough becoming the world's richest man. This gave him contacts in high society, access to people you would never have heard of, the very people who actually pull the strings in the world. But because his rise was so rapid and so quick, he quickly became a target from the government, who decided that his monopoly had become too powerful. But they soon would quickly realize that they couldn't stop him even if they wanted to. If Bill ended up sitting in front of a table of enemies rather than friends at his Senate hearing, then that might break up his entire empire. Billions of dollars, his childhood dreams, his need for power. and cementing his legacy as the next Rockefeller were all hanging in the balance. But Bill Gates is many things, and smart is one of them, as he had a trick up his sleeve to get in the good books with the right people, and that was with philanthropy.
Yo, if
you
he
see, in
was-
1994, Bill
what
Gates
the
was realizing
fuck?
his public
Kinda-
perception was looking terrible.
Oh my
As he
God,
rose up with
bro.
more and more power and control over the world, his
For
billionaire
real.
status wasn't seen favorably by most. So if you're the world's richest man, one of the most powerful men in the world, what can you do to make people like you, so that people don't go investigating your personal private life? Well, that would be through founding a charity. So he created his first, called the William H. Gates Foundation after his father.
yeah,
He
of
used it to
course.
funnel parts of his vast fortune into philanthropy. They were tiny compared to his net worth, but still more than enough for his needs. Meanwhile, he openly defied a 1995 ruling by
Bro
the
did
Department
not
of
care
Justice to
about them,
relinquish
bro,
his new
at
monopoly
all.
on internet browsers. But Gates knew that he could get away with this if he played his cards right,
So back.
especially if he could use
I'm
the charity
back.
card to his advantage, and looked like he was just doing all of this work to give back to the people. Now, at first, he didn't need to save the world
gotta
or feed
try
the
and do
hungry
this
children of
more
Africa
often.
to influence the right people. Instead, Gates started
Why take such a long break?
small and close to
Honestly?
home. Coincidentally or not, it was also a world which most of the
Depression.
Senate came from, the elite education
No.
system. He knew that this would not only help his public perception by looking like he was giving
Like
all
I
of
don't
this
know. I
money
just
back to
hadn't
the
had
people of
the
his
might to get up and just.
country, but he also knew he'd get the right connections
Dream.
by targeting the right people. Which is why the William H. Gates
don't know
Foundation's
why.
first work
I don't know,
focused on
I got to the
scholarships,
point where,
entry
like,
programs and grants and
said BRB.
donations to colleges. One 1998 donation of $20 million to Duke University created a program to fast-track high-performing students into the world of the elites. It was just one of many, and for the first few years, this was pretty much the only thing that the Gates Foundations even did. And we can see the reasons behind this strategy very clearly in hindsight. Elite education was where so many politicians come
I gotta
from, where they
figure
had
out.
built their
I gotta start
connections and
figuring
their
out
base
like a
of power.
time I'm gonna stream at. I think I'm gonna start doing like 6 p.m. to 9 ish. Like that's around the times I. Yeah, I'll go. I could go longer if I want, but 6 to 9. It'll be nice. You feel me? Yeah,
Hour, you can be sure that they
3
still all
hours. 3
talked,
hours
they're
stream
all
maybe, but-
friends of the colleges, and that they all kept an eye on the top of the education system. The move also played into Gates' direct interests, giving him direct access and making the top students in the country feel indebted to him and his company. By the mid-90s,
God.
people were beginning to understand that the internet was the future. It was like the AI craze today, but actually real and useful. People also understood that Bill, Microsoft, and their monopoly were perfectly situated to add it to their empire. In this interview from 1996, he barely even bothered to defend it, or even push back on the accusation that he had almost complete control of the industry.
Quoted, I think, someone as saying that Microsoft will be the most powerful company in the history of business enterprise in the 21st century, or certainly the most powerful company in a long time. Do you
Bro, I
see
know
that?
his ego is crazy.
No, I really don't. We're a company that makes tools, and Windows, it's a
Good.
tool.
What's the market share of Microsoft operating systems?
Oh, it's a little hard to measure because it always depends on if you include piracy or what types of systems, but it's certainly in the 70, 80, 90% range.
Crazy
Pretty
what?
good market
Good
share, I'd
number.
say.
Right. We're just a software supplier, but we're hoping that
Yeah,
I know,
sure,
you make
bro.
a computer, but you want your software to run those.
if people want to buy it to do those things, we're going to try and make it so easy to use that they find that a great decision.
So much better positioned than everybody else, and you know it. Your company probably today is better positioned to do what it wants to do and realize its dreams than it's ever been at any time in its history. Better positioned.
Of course, Bill knew this as well.
These
He
motherfuckers
was
own
already
us,
3
so I'm gonna kill. If we could just figure out how to like rob all the richest people and then
steps ahead, ensuring he had the right connections and had
Distribute
put
it
the
properly.
money in the right pockets. So when Gates finally had his Senate hearing, his net worth had risen from
ultimate
around
house.
$10 billion to over $46 billion in just 3 years. Articles at the time seemed hopeful that they might see him brought down a peg or two, but nobody really knew if the government had the power to deal with the new richest man in the world. At this point though, Bill was already beginning to indulge in a different side of his life, one that must have been far more interesting than his monopoly problems and potentially more dangerous to his reputation. You see, Bill Gates was a nerdy guy when he was young. He clearly wasn't your classical ladies man, and he'd pretty much sacrificed everything for business. Throughout, he really stuck with just one woman, the woman he'd built his empire with. He'd been married to Melinda Gates since 1994, but their relationship began in the workplace all the way back in 1987. Melinda had been hired as an engineer at Microsoft, where she met Bill, her boss. The two then started an ethically dubious relationship, one that certainly wouldn't be seen as okay by today's standards. But at the time, they were happy and there was little resistance to this. And once they were married, they projected the image of a perfect, happy marriage to the world. It was all perfect for Bill's reputation as the nice, wise, nerdy, rich guy. Then in the late 90s, when Bill Gates had to change his public image, Bill realized that he could use his marriage as the perfect front for a charity. And this is when they co-founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which turned their local charity work into a global business. Behind the scenes though, it was quite different, and Bill started to get up to the same tricks again. In 2000, Bill Gates became involved with yet another engineer at his company, who remains anonymous to this day. He was still the CEO at this point, but it didn't stop him from starting an affair which reportedly went on for years. And annoyingly, there's this real sense of arrogance with which Bill Gates carries himself. All the evidence that we'll see paints a picture of a man who was often forward with other women, despite his perfect happy marriage front, and who might have actually been pursuing affairs for years. In a later interview from 2022, when everything started unraveling, his apologies just ring very hollow.
Did that happen? Were you unfaithful in your marriage? Is that one of the reasons there was a divorce?
I certainly made mistakes, and I take responsibility. I don't think delving into the particulars at this point is constructive, but yes, I caused pain, and I feel terrible about that.
Yes, he takes responsibility, but he also doesn't want to talk about any of the things he did specifically. Then later, they ask him about Epstein, and he says this.
Why did you continue to meet with him? When you met him, he was already a convicted sex offender. You know, and do you regret that?
I certainly made a huge mistake, not only meeting him in the first place, but certainly a number of times.
Gates is using charity to justify what he did and the company he kept. He could have found some way of applying the same logic to his affairs, and you can be sure he would have done that as well. Of course, people at Microsoft knew all about these claims and who Bill really was. Everyone knew his power, and his company's power was getting out of control as well. But nobody has ever wanted to rock the boat and expose him. One, his image in the public consciousness was seemingly insurmountable, and two, he was also one of the most powerful men in America. He was someone who had opinion pieces in the biggest newspapers talking about the massive amounts of money he was giving away. Gates and his foundation weren't like the other charities at the time though. Gates was pioneering a specific kind of charity now known as philanthrocapitalism. As an ideology, it combines charity with economics and business strategy. Traditional charity focused on immediate solutions, give food to the hungry, water to the thirsty, and jobs to the poor. But as the century turned, this kind of charity was losing funding. Then when the war on terror began, the Western government's bankrolling things suddenly tightened their purse strings. So in came Gates and other philanthrocapitalists to fill the gap. But instead of following the traditional methods, they wanted to run things differently, like a company. They began taking direct control of investments rather than giving out aid, focusing on data collection and reshaping overall policies at the government level. With their grip on the money, they were controlling who got the funds and how they were used, which effectively put them in control of their partners abroad, allowing them to subtly change the directions of their policies with the implicit threat of turning off the flow of aid money, which so many people now relied on to live. Meanwhile, this idea of performative charity became the Gates Manifesto. He talked about it whenever he could. In 2007, Gates was invited to address Harvard at one of their student events, and his speech laid out the framework that he would rely on for the next 20 years.
We can make market forces work better for the poor if we can develop a more creative capitalism. If we can find approaches that meet the needs of the poor in ways that generate profits for business and votes for politicians, we will have found a sustainable way to to reduce inequity in the world.
Gates lays it out here plain and simple. His goal was to treat charity like capitalism and use that influence to pressure governments. He accomplished this with his network of elites. Elites like the former president of Harvard, who has recently been forced to resign due to his own links with Epstein.
Former Harvard President Larry Summers will resign from his academic and faculty roles at the university at the end of the academic year. This is all over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
He later admitted slightly more of the truth, but only things the evidence had all but confirmed already. Quote, I did have affairs, one with a Russian bridge player who met me at bridge events, and one with a Russian nuclear physicist who I met through business activities, he reportedly said to colleagues. Because there's only so much you can do as a billionaire. You can buy all of the things in the world and influence the economy, but you can't fully control the government. But with charity, you can become more powerful than often even presidents. Of course, he said this was all just for making people's lives better. But how much better does the world really seem a few decades under the shadowy rule of the billionaire class? Doesn't it feel like things have actually gotten a whole lot worse in nearly every way for regular people? It hasn't always been beneficial for the voiceless people that Gates says he champions either. Despite billions of dollars in investments and their programs for African farmers to use Gates Foundation sponsored GMO seeds and crops, the results are pretty terrible. Not only does this come across like Bill Gates is trying to neo-colonialize Africa, but it's a pretty worrying precedent for what was to come. You see, most of the world has gotten far better at farming, technology has improved, and we're just more efficient. But agricultural production in Africa, where Gates puts most of his focus, has actually dropped by 10% between the mid-20th century and the early 2000s. Critics claim this is because Gates and other philanthrocapitalists sponsored people to farm single crops for the export market. These kinds of farms are weaker than varied ones. They're heavily dependent on volatile global markets for their chosen crop, and they're much worse when it comes to feeding people. The benefits to Gates, though, are obvious. He gets to influence public policy around the world, and he gets to write it all off and pay less tax, effectively meaning that taxpayers are subsidizing all of this. But the best part of this kind of charity work is the publicity it gives him. A steady stream of newspaper reports and TV spots about his charity work legitimized his place at the top, and made it that much harder for his alleged victims to speak out. People who would appear in the Epstein files years later, standing arm in arm with Bill Gates and with their faces blacked out to protect their identities. This was also a strategy that a different billionaire philanthropist used to cultivate an image. When he was alive and active in high society, Jeffrey Epstein used his charity as a shield and a way to justify his lifestyle, while also using it to network, connect with the most powerful people in high society, and likely manipulating them for compromise. In reality, we now know that his charity barely gave any actual money to needy causes compared to his vast wealth. In 18 years, they only donated under $70 million to charity compared to his much vaster fortune. Charity was purely a way of buying leverage and influence over the most powerful people. But on paper, it looked much larger. There's even evidence that Epstein edited his own Wikipedia pages to add much larger figures. One 2013 edit claimed he donated $184 million more than he actually had. The account that made this edit has the same username he had claimed in his earlier court documents. By this point, Epstein and Gates had both been active in the charity world for years, both realizing its lucrative potential. It was also how Epstein first met Bill in 2011. This was just 3 years after Epstein had been convicted for procuring a child as a prostitute, and Bill had been warned about his inappropriate behavior at work. The New York Times alleges that, based on numerous documents from both the Epstein files and the Gates Foundation, Bill visited Epstein's Manhattan townhouse. On one occasion, he stayed late into the night and remarked in emails to colleagues that his lifestyle is very different and kind of intriguing, although it would not work for me. Although it was later revealed that there was a framed $1 bill signed with a handwritten note from Bill Gates on display in Epstein's townhouse, saying, quote, "I was wrong." Later on, a spokesperson for Gates said that the quote about it not working for me was actually just referring to the decor. But in an email from the time, he said, quote, "A very attractive Swedish woman and her daughter dropped by, and I ended up staying there quite late." It doesn't sound like he was only admiring the curtains and the armchairs when he visited, and it seemed to contradict this interview he gave in 2026.
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
And also, why was there this $1 bill signed personally by him in Epstein's mansion? He also did in fact meet women. We have photo evidence in the Epstein files that he did. Whether or not he did any more than meet them is still an allegation rather than a fact, but we know he was there. The photos show Gates standing close to two women, both of which have had their faces blacked out, and according to the FBI, all of the redactions to the Epstein files have been made to protect the identities of the victims. So it leaves it all up in the air. Were these people victims, and was it Bill Gates who was the victimizer? Gates and Epstein also had intimate business connections. They were both linked by JP Morgan. In 2011, Gates was in the process of creating an investment fund with them to assist in his vaccine rollout across the developing world. Another way he increased his soft power. Epstein, meanwhile, often brought them wealthy clients while also banking part of his immense fortune with them. The most shocking revelations, though, the ones which probably led Gates to cancel his recent public appearance, are potentially much more damaging and could lead to a criminal investigation if proven correct. But remember, Bill Gates has literally spent a lifetime cultivating the kind of soft power that insulates him from the kinds of consequences that regular people might get for their crimes. Since the forming of his foundation in the late 90s, Gates has always targeted the things that people need the most. Healthcare is what he'll always talk about, but farmland is another obsession of his, and he keeps that far more quiet, especially when it comes to his domestic holdings. With about 250,000 acres, an area that's nearly the same size as Hong Kong, Gates is the #1 private owner of farmland in the US. He can test out his GMO crops on this farmland, run his own experiments, and control a sizable portion of the agricultural industry, just by using a remarkably small portion of his overall wealth. Meanwhile, he's still making money with all of the leases. Really though, this is still all about the image and access it gives him to power. First, it gives him a legitimate reason to intervene or be consulted on major policy decisions when it comes to agriculture. Plus, owning land has always been the traditional source of power and respect in the world. It's the definition of a finite resource, one that will always go up in value as more people are born. Gates made sure that he had reach in a wide array of government interests, especially in vaccines. This was the foundation's key interest in developing countries throughout the 2010s, pushing massive programs which administered vaccines across the developing world. Continually pushing this as their #1 goal gave Bill Gates and his foundation immense power within the wider healthcare world. They're also the second biggest funder of the World Health Organization. The Gates Foundation decides what they do with the money they give them, and in 2018 to 2019, they gave over $500 million to the World Health Organization. When the pandemic happened, something that Gates had actually predicted years before in a TED Talk, he immediately rushed to capitalize on this, giving interviews with an air of "I told you so," while trying to legitimize his place as a world leader on the response.
It's the nightmare that we've been talking about for a long time, and sadly, although a few things like this coalition for vaccines, CEPI, were done after 2015, a very small percentage what we should have done, where we would have diagnostics very quickly, drugs very quickly, and a vaccine far more rapidly.
Meanwhile, he used his position to gain even more power in governments across the world, all as a completely undemocratic, unelected billionaire official, where he would pioneer government lockdowns and the complete erosion of freedom throughout the West for years. In addition, this also gave him loads of meetings with world leaders, as well as almost unchecked power to decide where the vaccine rollout happened and who got the doses in the developing world. They also advised the US and other Western nations on their own responses, but in particular, he advised the US and all these other Western nations on the waves of lockdowns and various measures that governments took, effective or otherwise, all without any repercussions later on, even though in hindsight we know how catastrophic these actions really were. Meanwhile, the world's 10 richest men doubled their net worths over the actions really were. Meanwhile, the world's 10 rich.
Oh my god, bro. These motherfuckers own 99 of the world. How are you? Elon Musk. I literally don't know what he's done. He's literally
richest men doubled their net worths over the course of the pandemic. This closeness to power gave something money couldn't for Bill Gates. It gave him yet more insulation against the chaos of his own dark private life. In 2019, the first
Kinda
Epstein
looks like
allegations began to emerge about Gates. His private life began to fall apart, and his wife began divorce proceedings, but in the public eye, he was still untouchable. The idea that he could have too much power was decried as a conspiracy theory. You were just seen as a crackpot for even talking out about this guy. He was still seen as one of the most respected billionaires out there. His perfect image he'd spent decades working on had really done wonders. People were looking up to him as this wise elderly figure. But then that same year, small cracks began to emerge. Microsoft then learnt of the affair he had started in the year 2000. He had left the CEO position long ago, but it seems like this was the final push that got him off their board altogether. Although Gates does deny this himself. In 2021, the divorce then became public, and more Epstein details emerged, like the pictures of Gates with the woman and the evidence that he had once been a passenger on Epstein's private plane. It sounded a lot more than the charity dinners that Gates claims were their only contact.
You know, I had dinners with him. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction.
But most importantly, it brings us to the present and the most recent allegations made against Gates. The details are key. In a set of unsent draft emails, Epstein writes an account of the dirty secrets behind their time together. He writes in the voice of the right-hand man of Bill Gates. Then he goes on to describe their activities. The details are key. In a set of unsent draft emails, Epstein writes an account of the dirty secrets behind their time together. He writes in the voice of the right-hand man of Bill Gates. Then he goes on to describe their activities. From helping Bill to get drugs in order to deal with the consequences of sex with Russian girls, to facilitating his illicit trysts with married women, to being asked to provide Adderall for bridge tournaments. Epstein often wrote messages like this, perhaps to record potential blackmail and compromise material on his rich connections, although there was no evidence released alongside the email draft. Some of what he says though about the affairs at least and Bill's specific proclivities towards that can be corroborated. Numerous women have also described having to turn down Bill at various work and charity events after he made inappropriate advances. But this is all just speculation though. Bill has thoroughly denied the accusations, of course. Melinda Gates, on the other hand, seemed to wash her hands of it in this interview.
Unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Well,
and I am so happy to be away from all the muck.
She was a part of that world for many decades, and like other elites, she isn't going to say anything of substance about her own personal experiences. In February of 2026, shortly after these allegations emerged, Gates cancelled an appearance at an AI summit, and it was the first step on his inevitable path of public disgrace, but it's still light years away from any actual consequences. So far, despite the massive amounts of evidence of a wide-reaching conspiracy, we've only really seen one arrest in the fallout of the Epstein files. The scapegoat chosen was former Prince Andrew, and he's been the only elite to suffer any real penalties, and it isn't even related to trafficking at all. Instead, it's like a pathetic version of Al Capone getting locked away for tax evasion instead. It is, hopefully though, the first domino of many. The people at the top with the power to change things refuse to acknowledge the elephant in the room. The most likely outcome if the outrage continues is that we will continue to see these kinds of symbolic things. Elite perpetrators facing comparatively minor consequences without any true acknowledgement of the actual crimes they allegedly committed. If the momentum continues, then people like Bill Gates might actually get investigated for once. But until then though, we might just have to settle for them losing their reputation instead of their freedom. It's still a massive loss for some.
I don't think so. Motherfuckers got a chokehold on the game. Oh, what is this? I don't want to see this.
You're watching this video right now because YouTube recommended it to you. But why? Are you subscribed to me? Am I going to talk about a niche that you're interested in? Or are you just wondering who the hell is this guy yelling at me right now? I ask these questions because it seems that the YouTube homepage and recommendations lately have been not great, to the point where you're just mindlessly scrolling through your recommendation page, all of a sudden realizing, damn, I don't want to watch any of this. Unless it recommended you my video, then if that's the case, YouTube, thank you so much. I don't have a fancy segue for the topic today, so yeah, we're just going to talk about the YouTube homepage and its recommendations, why they suck now, and why YouTube seems to hate me.
Yeah, no, the algorithm sucks.
When I look at the YouTube
I don't
homepage
know,
these
maybe
days,
it's just
there's a few
us.
things that stick out to me. One is that now there is an advertising spot to where a video.
But every time I'm on YouTube, like, this is supposed to be the recommended, right? I don't know, man. Is this a good poll? Is it a good YouTube poll?
Used to be. 2, how unnecessarily large short form content is on the homepage. Every time I go on there, it's just taking up damn near 2/3 of the page, and every time I click the 3 dots saying don't show me anymore, but yet they keep on coming back. Alright, let's see. What video do I want to watch today? Hey man, you want to watch a short video? No man, I'm just looking for a video to eat with my dinner. You can get out of here.
1 hour later.
Hey, you wanna watch a short video? This then only leaves like 2 spots for videos that I may be interested in the first row. And the problem with that is it's usually a video that I've already watched, or it's something that I have never watched before and may not generally be interested in. This means if someone clicks a video within the first 2 rows, it better be a damn good video. Just like this one, because surely enough my video is awesome enough to be on the YouTube homepage. Right guys? Dude, you know I can see that, right? You ever notice how a lot of the videos on your YouTube homepage kind of feel the same? Well, it's because they kind of are. YouTube's primary metrics to indicate a video is doing well isn't views, isn't likes, it isn't comments. However, they do help. No, instead they prioritize watch time, average view duration. The longer you are on the website, the more money not only that creator makes, but the website of YouTube also makes. And YouTube likes to recommend what's safe, what's already working, something that is already doing well. You think YouTube's gonna recommend a small channel like me that only has around 500 subscribers with an average viewership of 1,000 per month? No, they're going to promote the next Mr. Beast video that's going to get them 5 million views within the hour.
Why do they
You know, I
recommend
was looking to see if I was over-exaggerating that number a little bit, but then I went to one of Mr. Beast's last videos, and yeah, no, that might not be an exaggeration, actually. And with YouTube these days trying to compete with other apps for your attention like they've never really had to before until recently, they are going to push whatever is keeping you on YouTube and off the other websites. And this is why we have seen Mr. Beast clones popping up left and right. You know, the structure of having the hook win the video in the first 5 seconds, escalating the stakes every 60 to 90 seconds, and removing dead air and creating curiosity gaps is something that works. But there's no discoverability anymore. It's a lot harder to find new creators to watch because YouTube recommends the creators you have already watched for a while. That, or they're going to promote the big mainstream content creators that's making the money. When was the last time you came upon a new creator and thought, wow, this guy's video is really awesome and really funny. I'm going to subscribe to him. It's probably not that much, is it? Usually for me, it takes a couple videos for me to get comfortable with the vibe of the creator and if I vibe with them back. Unless it's me because, I'm awesome. You don't think so? No, it's okay. But for that to happen, it also takes me seeing their video or their face on my YouTube recommendations a couple times over. If you see another video of mine that's on your homepage or recommendation feed, go ahead and give that a watch to let YouTube know that I can make decent content. That, or you can, ruin my hopes and dreams of this eventually working out and I can continue to value myself as a human being by just looking at funny little numbers on a computer screen. The ball's in your court. All jokes aside, the algorithm favors retention over relevance to you. YouTube could show you a niche creator that you might love and might be aligned to with your taste of content, but it has a lower retention average across multiple other YouTube users and videos. YouTube doesn't care if the video fits your vibe. What it cares about is if it's statistically keeping people watching, and if it doesn't, sure, it will get shown by a couple of people and a couple of people will watch it. But if they aren't staying around, neither is that video. And then creators are left with this decision. Do I make content that I enjoy doing and think is cool and may not do as well? Or do I make content that is already curated to the algorithm and curated to do well and might not enjoy it as much, but it's going to work, right?
Hey Chris, how do we do?
creator problems, am I right? And depending on what a creator chooses, it obviously affects everything from editing style, the pacing, the way someone talks, the thumbnail, the face on the thumbnail. Bias aside from this video, what thumbnail are you most likely to pick? This one? Or this one? If I had to guess, the results probably will vary because it depends of the type of person you are, what you are looking for, what mood you are in. But I will say this is the style that YouTube loves to push out because this is the style that builds intrigue, that gives you the I need to click this to see what happens mood. And most of the time it's paired with a crazy thumbnail like eating at America's best restaurants. I notice I used Ryan Trahan a lot in these examples of my videos. No shade to him, really. He's actually one of my favorite creators. In fact, I've been watching a lot of his content recently, which is probably why he's in my mind during writing these scripts.
Hey, yo!
Okay, dude, not like that. But has the algorithm always been this bad? When doing some research for this video, yeah, that's right, I do research. When doing research on this video, I have found other videos, even 7 years ago, talking about how bad the YouTube recommendations were.
The YouTube recommended is so terrible, it doesn't really need an introduction.
Can I at least get something by Markiplier? I watch him like every day.
Yeah, he's a seal video.
Recommendations for you on this homepage. Have you heard of Jimmy Kimmel? Yeah, that's fine.
And the truth is, the reason our perception of the homepage and recommendations over the years hasn't been great is because, well, it's YouTube. YouTube is always adding and take away stuff from the platform, as well as trying new things and things that we may or may not like. And usually when we see something new, we don't really like that. For example, something new that I've noticed this past year are these little niche genre tabs that you see at the top of the YouTube homepage. And to me, it just seems that it has, grouped up a bunch of topics that I have looked up or watched within the past day or past few weeks, and it gives me videos that I might find interesting in that niche or in that group. And it's updates like these that seems that YouTube is trying to do whatever they can to fix the issue. But the truth is, we are never satisfied on this platform, and we never will be. There will be many creators in the future who will make a video exactly like this one, talking about how terrible the YouTube recommendations actually are. And then we will go through this cycle again and again and again. But it does seem that YouTube is hearing our cries and is trying to make our search for videos with our lunch and dinner a bit easier, as well as overall. But, it is still going to take a long time before we are.
Not your wife yet, you're not married. We're en route. I'll be happy to perform the ceremony. If she got my name tatted on her, would that prove something? Will you be my wife? Please say yes. Yes. This is incredible. I'm gonna have my kiss right here. Yeah, wait. My best man! We're gathered here today for the marriage of Gianna and Destiny. I want to kiss her so bad to hold me, bro. For any person here today that objects to this shooting, let them speak now.
Gianna, I gotta tell him.
I love you. Do you know what I mean?
What?
She gave me head last month, and it's like, I had to tell him.
No, Dad, I'm sorry.
What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for coming through. It was good with it. I like that shirt, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna turn my girl into a MILF probably tonight. Yeah, I'm getting freaked out. Guess what I brought? Are y'all hungry? I got some goodness in here. I'm gonna just let you find out for yourself, bro. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on no special day of my life. Oh my God, yes, this is incredible. I'm gonna have my kiss right here, bro. Yeah, wait, I'm putting these guys to work.
Every stage.
Black History Month over, but I'm still using my credits. I got credits that rolled over. Frankie, what is this?
How do you send in the song? Let's say on Discord. Hold on, let me open that shit up. Discord. I don't even like no more fucking Discord. Yeah, if you can, let's see. Does this pop up? Yeah, okay. Command still works. And then once you got it, you can send it in here. New badge perks. Oh, you can't see what I'm talking about. Music submission. Oh, did somebody send this? Like right now? Oh, is this you? Okay. Your band?
been hanging around with women. I've been smoking.
Chronos?
I've been drinking. But I love you all the same. I never even knew any of their names. Come on. Yeah. Woo!
What's up with all these different names?
When it came to you, I was second best. Oh, I loved you more than all of the rest. I've been no burden, I feel no shame. I never even knew any of their names. Come on, yeah, come on.
Yeah, Joshua. That 3 times.
I keep on talking to it, 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 all night long. I keep on talking to it, 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 talking to it. Oh yeah, baby, all night long. And it don't matter who is to say. She keep on walking
Jim Morrison.
away. And it don't matter who is to say. She keep on walking away.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying. Like, why, bro? Why do I have to tell everybody?
So I hope you get the message. Don't you treat me like garbage before you turn. Walk out
This is
that
funky,
door.
bro.
I never ever loved any of those. Oh no, 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 no. Come on. Yeah. Come on, down now. Hit that.
Congrats on some what's it called? James Brown, Jim Morrison shit. What the fuck is this recommended, dude? DQ's dating crush course. God. Thank you, bro. Fire track. Balls of you saying Balls of Fury is a good movie? What's this about? I'm not gonna watch it. Table tennis? So what? It's like that new Timothy Chalamet movie? Ping pong?
And the crowd rises in anticipation.
It's better?
He stretches. Look out! Ah, shit.
Randy.
Alright, I might watch this later. Thanks for sending that in again, yeah, bro. Alright, is this another track? Not the same one. Oh, this is the whole album. Alabaster. Isn't that like a chemical? Look at the alabaster. Okay, I was right. So it is it. It's an element.
I am your alabaster. Life you neglected. You haven't polished for years. I don't think you care.
Who they used to make these statues?
Every day I give you reflections.
Oh, it's fire.
That doesn't matter. I'm always in your head. Please take some time with me.
Said it's about a broken home. Damn.
Together and just be
Hold on, I'll be like, I'm just gonna be around the corner getting X-ray.
Break me, I'll be the pieces on the floor. Break me, I don't give a damn what is the score. Break me, I just don't wanna play this game anymore. Break me. Break me. Break me. And I think it's time for us to go our ways. And I think it's time for us to do what we say. I am your alabaster life that haunts you. You're looking back now, and I am buried there. You hear me in the wind, you get a chillin'. What you wanted has finally found its end. So take some time with me. Oh yeah, we could have it end peacefully. Oh, peacefully. Break me, I don't wanna see your face anymore.
What the fuck? Just restarted it, I'm sorry.
Pieces thrown up out the floor. Break me, I don't give a damn what is the score. Break me, I just don't wanna play this game anymore. Break me, I don't wanna be here anymore. Break me, I'll be the person to walk out the door. Break me, I don't give a damn what
should make this
life
run,
has in store. Break me, I just don't wanna see you anymore. Break me.
Yeah, bro, you're just singing for real.
Break me. Break me.
You got a good pianist and the keyboard drummer. Key player, whatever he was playing on. Going crazy. Yeah, dude. Did all this together. Yes. Chess. It plays chess? A little bit. Yeah. Here and there. I'm not like spectacular at it, but I like chess. Probably play that more often, I'll be honest. You're saying that because of the board behind me and the checkered, the red checkered as well. Hold up. This is why I like playing chess. like that.
Ask questions.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna like after listening to your fucking song that was about family trauma or turmoil. Next, I'm back to this. I'm sorry. Fire tracks though. Hold on. Up for Joey Ramone. No, I don't even know who's Joey Ramone. Ramone. From like the Ramones, the band. Oh, yeah, the haircut. It's probably the haircut. These are the OGs, bro. He's probably why I got my haircut. To be honest, now that I think about it. Or who was before the Ramones? Black, maybe. Yeah, I always wear all black most. Like I'm not gonna this is my attire. This is stuff I wear on the daily as well. Either a leather, if it's not a leather jacket, it's a like little sports jacket. And it's really just because tattered clothing, you know, because I'm broke. It's really because like I'm actually just sitting in the garage, you know, making music on some garage shit. Like literally, I'm just stereotypically one of the white kids in the garage making music. I don't have a motorcycle yet, but I will be getting that. I thought. I wonder who did it first. Did they do this fucking style? 1974, or did Black Sabbath? Born to be wild. Yeah, they were the predecessors, bro. They were also part of it. I like metal. I like metal music. Metalheads look pretty similar. But Ramones are not metal. This is punk still. All pretty close. All family. Like, this is their fucking brother. They were fly though, low key. This is what, the 60s, dude? Like, I would wear all of the stuff they're wearing. The chain, the jacket, shirts. Said, can you listen to All I See? Was it as an album? Oh, this one. Okay. Your bass playing is kind of like.
No regrets, never sweats on his own life. He never bears.
Reminds me of like a new metal like, type of bass.
Thinks about inside a very life. All I see, hypocrisy, atrocities of democracy.
You have like an opera type of singing voice. I don't know how to explain it. It's like very cinematic, thematic, theatric.
With a sign, we can all find the tide from the time away for truth. There's no place to hide. He tells you not to worry, it's all going well. Well, I wonder if the story changed.
voice sounds mature. Are you like old? I'm not old. Like at least above 20. Okay, so 2 years ago. So crazy, bro. Yeah, that's great. What are your influences, bro? Like I can't pick any out. I was first thinking of damn, what's that band that makes that I can't think of the song. I was thinking of Primus. Okay, you hear the metal right here. It really doesn't sound like Primus, but I do kind of reminds me of it a bit. I think the bass.
Don't align with the side, we can offer the tide from the tidal wave of truth, there's no place to hide. Don't align with the side, we can offer the tide from the tidal wave of truth, there's no place to hide. Align with the side, we can offer the tide from the tidal wave of truth, there's no place to hide. Align with the side, we can offer the tide from the tidal wave of truth, there's no place to hide. Align with the side, we can offer the tide from the tidal wave of truth, there's no place to hide. Don't align with the side, we can offer the tide from the tidal wave of truth, there's no place to hide. All I see, hypocrisy, atrocity, democracy, and all I see, hypocrisy, atrocity of humanity,
Yeah, I could see this at Dash. At what do you call them? Dive bars. This reminds me of dive bars in like predominantly white neighborhoods. Like if I mean, I fuck with it, bro. Nothing wrong with being white, bro. Not saying that.
I smell slowly into pools. An old man
Hispanic lead guitar. Yeah, I don't know. Hispanics are the ones that locked in on the guitar recently. Does it sound like if I had the perfect lineup, I would probably have.
For he knows a secret nobody knows.
Yeah, somebody. I've noticed all the greatest guitarists I've met are Mexican. And I also like other countries, but my favorite guitarist are probably Mexican, to be honest. It's because of the Spain. It's because of the Spain, like the lineage from Spain. Just when Spain kind of went over to Mexico, and they took on and locked in on the guitar. It goes hard in your culture, for real. It goes hard in all Latin America, but I would say Mexico is the hardest on Latin. Other countries in Latin America are maybe a little more rhythm based. And like Afro-centric places are also more rhythm based. I would say European places are more harmony type of places, you know what I mean? Like piano, guitar as well, but this is what I've noticed. You'd be playing in St. Louis or something kind of flute from my ancestry. Yeah, I've noticed. It's weird, bro. if you lock in on your ancestral roots, like of music, you kind of like, I think you unlock. Like you should obviously try everything out, but lock in on your own thing, and it's very good for your spirit. Like it's like something I don't know. Sound does something to your soul, your mind, and your body. And like, if this is music that's been played by your ancestors, I don't know. I trust it over the radio show. Yeah, I'm blessed enough to be a melting pot, aka I'm mixed, so I get to listen to a lot of different stuff.
Ice melts slowly into pools.
Realistically, if you're just a music lover, you're locking in anywhere, no matter of what the fuck you'll fucking learn Arabic even if you're not Arabic, just to really enjoy a song. But I do still think there's secret code inside of your mother tongue's language or your father tongue. Like, I be listening to that Peruvian shit sometimes. I don't know. It feels very very rejuvenating. Feel social again. I feel like life is a blessing. There's definitely certain types of music that invoke different moods, of course.
What about?
Like yours honestly felt very homey vibes, chill, relaxing, like good vibes. Some songs are a little more negatively charged. They'll be cool, you know. There'll still be cool songs, but they'll be negatively charged. Why can't I say that properly? Negatively? Why? Negatively? Oh my god! I gotta stop saying that word now. Yeah, I'm not trying to murder anybody. What do you mean? Murder somebody? I don't know. I mean, you could be inspired by women, like by that, and not really be like doing that. Like I was inspired by murdering somebody. Like from this track, I made it. I'm a chill dude, right? But I made this because I was looking at this serial killer named this dude. And he kind of inspired making this song.
Hey baby, what you doing? I like the way you moving. Be careful where you going, 'cause you don't know I'm showing.
Sometimes the tracks you make don't really reflect you.
Girl, can you spare a bill? I just wanna bite. Well, baby, how you feel? I'm trying to get a meal. Let's just talk tonight. Just for a bit. Maybe you can call me tomorrow. Or I can slide.
You gotta cover your eyes. You must always. That's where your spirit is.
Hey, baby, what you doing?
You must always be hidden.
I like the way you moving. Be careful where you going, 'cause you don't know I'm showing.
Alright, enough of that track. Good tracks. Good music. You like the bass line? Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Let's just start tonight.
This is my first video I tried to make for it. I literally just recorded this behind me.
Maybe just see me tonight.
So I was just like, I need to figure out how to start making videos. Making videos is hard, dude. It's not hard, but like, it does take a little bit of time to edit, think of the idea you're gonna do. I kind of freeball this shit. Even the song that was kind of like spur of the moment.
I'm trying to get a meal, let's just talk tonight.
You want a sub, you said, bro? If you're asking for it, I'll give it. Here you go. Oh no, what is that? Thank you. You brother. Rockers must rock on. Thought about this movie. What's that? Have you seen this movie called Rocker Fools? Is that what it's called, the movie? I forgot what it's called. Fuck, dude. What is it called? It's of these Mexican kids. I can't think. Can't think of the name. Fuck. Oh my fucking god. They're not, bro. They're like Mexican, Los Angeles, like in American. Fuck, what's it called, dude? I think it's a Harmony Korine movie. Dude, am I tweaking, dude? Oh my god, am I delusional? What is this? Yeah, that bike is tough. Yo, that bike is tough. Look at that. It has a fucking lion of Judah on it. Yo, this isn't still. This is a beautiful spot. Free on Tubi? What are you about? How could you say? Oh shit! It's a movie about the beginning of reggae culture. I fuck with reggae. Reggae is what made reggaeton. It's the predecessor of a lot of punk music as well. We wouldn't have ska without this. I'm trying to think of what is this movie, man.
Oh my god. Did you guys see that? Oh, good.
Hold on, let me see. Oh, it's called What's Up Rocker. Fucking hell. This shit. Oh, it's by Larry. I like this movie. Good movie. Gator Rocker Fools. Going about their days. Gotta head out. Nice meeting you, Josh. Yeah, Josh. American Josh, dude. Nice meeting you, Josh. If you're leaving, I'm gonna go pee right now too. So I'll be right back.
If you enjoy these videos and would like to support this channel, become a member and gain access to over 115 membership videos, with new videos added every month. Visit academyofideas.com/members for more information. Thank you for your support. Some people allege that the politicians, bureaucrats, and corporate elite that make up the ruling class are conspiring to enrich themselves, gain more power, and transform society into a totalitarian dystopia. From assassinations to false flags, cognitive warfare to the rigging of elections, engineered pandemics to manufactured economic and social crises, there is little they won't do to achieve their nefarious ends. But to make such assertions is to be branded a conspiracy theorist, and conspiracy theorists are mentally unhinged, paranoid, and deluded, and we should ignore their claims as we would the ravings of a madman, or so we are conditioned to believe. In this video, relying on the book Conspiracy Theory in America by Lance DeHaven Smith, we explore why a blanket rejection of conspiracy theories is naive, and why our freedom is contingent on more of us being open-minded to the possibility that conspiracies among the ruling class are a prime factor contributing to the downfall of the West. As the historian Catherine Olmsted explains, a conspiracy occurs when two or more people collude to abuse power or break the law. A conspiracy theory is a proposal about a conspiracy that may or may not be true. It has not yet been proven. While conspiracies are as old as civilization itself, the term conspiracy theory only gained popularity in the second half of the 20th century. The way this term made it into popular discourse was through a 1960s CIA propaganda campaign. The CIA was concerned about the growing distrust surrounding the U.S. government's investigation into the John F. Kennedy assassination. The Warren Commission, which was tasked by President Lyndon Johnson to investigate this crime, came out with their report in 1964, and it concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. Many Americans found the Commission's conclusions to be unrealistic and the report to be full of flaws, or as DeHaven Smith writes, Americans are not crazy to want answers when a president is assassinated by a lone gunman with mediocre shooting skills who manages to get off several lucky shots with an old bull-action carbine that has a misaligned scope. Why would there not be doubts when an alleged assassin is apprehended, publicly claims he is just a patsy, is interrogated for 2 days but no one makes a recording or even takes notes, and he is then shot to death at point-blank range when in police custody at police headquarters? The Warren Commission's inability to satisfy the American public's demand for answers led independent investigators to develop their own theories about what happened to JFK. Some suggested possible involvement by the man who perhaps gained most from the assassination, namely JFK's vice president, Lyndon Johnson, who took over the presidency following JFK's death. CIA complicity in the crime was also widely speculated about. The CIA decided they needed to act, lest these theories gain too much traction and cause a serious collapse in government trust. In January 1967, they initiated a propaganda campaign targeting those who questioned the government narrative.
Hey, I need to stop looking at that for a bit.
Here for the wedding? Oh my God.
I need to throw them off, massage off.
The old lady, you look young. Oh my God, come on now. Thank you guys so much for coming to my special day. I can't wait. I'm gonna get a spritz so y'all niggas smell good. Feel me? You know how niggas like to smell good and shit. Let me help these guys out. I know y'all had to help y'all parents get the groceries in. You didn't want to do multiple trips. I was a pro day. Oh yeah, my best man.
What up, man? How you doing, brother?
My best manny. Can't wait, bro. Today's a big day.
Yeah, I've been drinking since like 8 a.m., dude.
Damn, you drunk? How come the best man is on nut shit, yo?
Hey, I got you something else.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
I know Gianna like that.
Oh, she does like this one. How do you know that she do it like this one, bro?
Huh? Yeah, because, you know, you told me, remember?
Oh, yeah. Did I tell you? I forget, but that's fire, bro. This is the wine that my girl loves, bro.
I love that wine, bro. She can guzzle that shit down.
How you know she loves it? Well, he's my best man, so that's my guy.
That's my guy, yeah. Woo! You need help, man?
Yeah, grab that for me. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah, man. You mean take the box down there and shit? Oh.
This guy's a good YouTuber. He's funny.
Be clumsy.
A little bit.
Hey, you look dapper, though.
You really drunk, bro. Come on, bro. It's my big day.
No, I'm lit. I got a whole speech and shit. I'm lit.
Oh, you kept the tag on? You want to return it?
Nah.
He kind of did
Oh, that's cute. Oh.
The canal method a little bit.
But look, it's there though, ain't it?
Hey, guess what? It ain't about that,
With
bro. You're marrying a beautiful ass woman. I mean, look at her, bro.
David Dobrik,
right?
a little bit.
It's to a point where low-key I just want to kiss her.
He's funny. He's really funny.
Oh, come on, bro. I mean, that's my girl, bro. Chill. So, that's what I'm saying.
It's that wine in me, my bad, bro.
What's wrong with this? Yo. Is this loud? Can you hear me? Can you still hear me, Olivia? Sweetheart. You like hearing nigga talk? What's up? Oh, shit, my fault. Look, I'm getting married. Let me chill.
What up, man?
Sorry. Let me get him a little massage, bro.
Big day today, man.
Yes, sir.
Time to shine. You ready?
You already know.
All right.
Trying to just Oh yeah.
Can I see how I sound on that? Hi, what's going on? My name's Chad.
You my man, bro, but you sound so fucking like.
So white?
Yeah, bro.
That's okay. Everyone's gonna feel more safe.
I'll
put this on.
Hey, deep stroke.
They used to call us that back in the day.
You're all right. You know how when I first told you when I met her, I know she a little bigger, but like she just left me speechless. Now she gonna be singing Speechless as she walk down the road, bro.
I might cry.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's really love.
Hey, bro, I'm just gonna say it now.
Yeah.
There's no words, bro.
I really appreciate you. Yo, for real though, this is my man Chad. Him being my best man meant a lot to me. You really came out for me, bro. You flew out, you did that. Appreciate you, bro.
Of course, bro.
And when you meet your girl, I'm gonna be your best man too.
Yes, sir.
You
That's
already
love,
know.
Bro.
You know, we like extra flavor, so we got
This
some
is
extra.
actually good entertainment.
Oh, no, I'm not on EBT, bro. I just paid regular. Yo, what's up?
Need me to remove him, bro?
Nah, you cool right now, but I'm gonna let you know.
Hey, you know, I like that Hawaiian punch. Watermelon, though? Come on. Is this what for me or her? Who's in charge of this? You know what I'm saying? Pick up the I need this perfect.
You always trying to make sure it's good for me, bro.
No,
It's
man.
wedding day. You already know what the f going on. Yo, we got the
Wedding day
food, drinks out, my best man here. Today is the start of the rest of my life, yo.
With a beautiful ass girl and
Know that.
congrats today, bro. Sexy ass piece of white chocolate and
freak nigga. Bro, what the hell?
You told me to DM you on Instagram and your live stream and you never responded.
Oh, shit. Wait, what? Damn. Let me see some work.
I said we can't ride up here.
That nigga, bro. Let me see some work. Oh, shit. Damn, yo, mo. What he talking about? Oh, drop back. Oh, so he's different with it. All right, listen. I'm gonna tell him that I gave y'all permission, and now chill, now chill. Hey, they're done.
we don't play around with that.
Oh, just like that? Damn, bro. They just having a little bit of fun, though. If you don't, like, call the police or nothing, I'm gonna take their keys from you.
No, you're good. We'll handle it.
Wait, you'll handle it? Like how? Don't get them in trouble, they just kids.
No, we're not gonna call the police or anything.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna take their keys. They won't stay for the wedding, though. Yeah, I got you, bro. Let's go with it, bro. How you feeling, man? Yes, sir. Let's do it. Can you just get the live photos, like, while everything in action? Like, when I first kiss her, when I put my lips on hers, can you do multiple? Yes. I wanna watch it later in slow-mo with my lips compressed with hers. I wanna watch it in slow-mo.
Hey, what's wrong with this guy?
If you're hungry, we got fried chicken, watermelon.
Because I'm black?
No, this is the food selection that we got
Because I'm
today.
black, right?
No, we got chips, too. So just dig in, bro. Feel free.
Stop all that laughing. Nothing's funny here today. Can you control them? Do your job.
That's my security. You don't play, bro.
My bad, bro.
This is my best man, by the way. He's like a great guy and everything.
You're still smiling like something's funny.
Don't pay him no mind.
Like, do
He
I
has
stick
a-
my tongue in your
Yeah!
What's the problem?
Yeah! Why are you smoking? Your kids.
I'm sorry.
They're children.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Are you guys okay? Do you want me to get the police involved?
Sorry.
All right, bro. I have to call the
Actually,
cops.
no, because they'll take our bikes.
All right, bet. What do you want to do about it? Want money?
Oh, I want money.
Give him money, bro.
I don't have money.
All these black people. What's wrong with you?
Cash App.
You muted his mic. Oh my God.
Am I actually getting robbed? All right. How much you want? I'm sorry? You said 200 bucks?
Yeah.
I'll send you 50.
Okay, but I'm just saying though, like being a suspender, you could go to jail for that.
Maybe he's right. Yeah.
Red, bro. They really sent this 50 me too. I'm broke. I ain't gonna lie, these are red.
I'm sorry to tell you this. Your friend's a fraud. It's pending.
Oh my God.
Go do something about that. Don't threaten him until he pays you. Go. Is that gonna fit? You one of them big niggas.
I'll make it fit.
You look even bigger than that, John.
You don't stretch it.
Yeah, stretch that, man. Like I'm gonna stretch my girl tonight. You fit?
Yo.
What I said right there, we do exercise. So I'm gonna stretch, like touch your toes, lunges. So it's nothing freaky or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we cool.
Who is that beautiful white piece of chocolate right there? I'm gonna introduce myself. Watch this. Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome. What's your name?
I'm Chloe.
Chloe. Okay. How you doing?
How are you? See you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we go back. Long history.
Cool.
Yeah. Here, watch out, yeah. Here, follow me. I'm gonna show you the setup. Oh my God, perfect.
You're the singer?
Yeah, she's singing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm his best man. I love this guy. You know, he's a. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm single, ready to mingle.
Get it out.
Maybe you're the next guy to walk down the aisle.
True, it could be you.
You could be with me.
It could be you.
Yeah.
Hey, could you help me with my tie?
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought this wedding was supposed to start at 1:30. We're late. And my girlfriend right now is pissed off about it. Right, babe?
Yeah, what is he? Can you grab him?
Oh,
Thank you. Can everyone start to get seated, please? We're gonna start pretty soon here. Hey, if y'all are hungry, there's fried chicken, there's watermelon, there's Kool-Aid. Oh my God, I remember you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. You were the one that you put your hands.
Yeah.
This is your wife.
Yeah.
And she put my hands on her
Yeah.
breast. Is it cool if I put my hand on the shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can do this.
Oh, now that I'm getting married, we can't do it anymore.
I know.
But hey, I love the memory, so that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all for coming. Thank you so much for coming.
Our anniversary too.
Oh my God. Okay, look, 1 year from now, let's all go to Turks. Okay. Yo, it's on me. It's on me. Yo, yo, yo.
Olivia said you had monkey paws.
Wait, hold on. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Olivia said you had monkey paws.
Wait! I did not know that's what he said, bro. He does not have monkey paws. He has regular hands, okay? What do you mean, no?
What the hell?
Security! Her! She gotta go. No, get aggressive. Go. No, don't get arrested. Don't get arrested. We black gang. You gotta be careful. Anyway, listen, I appreciate y'all so much for coming here tonight. I'm really, really nervous right now because this is like the biggest day of my life. I'm like low-key shaking. I just keep thinking about my lips compressing hers, and it's just like an incredible thought. What was that?
It's just a hard listen.
You're hard while listening? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got a whole girl. Like, what's up with him, yo? Freaking front row. So TK's always talking about black people being late. Where he at? Where you at, TK? Oh, shit. Oh, my fault. T! My fault,
Sure you don't want to
You
run
look
away?
good. Why would I run away?
We're not getting cold feet.
No, I love her.
Just for old time's sake, you want to touch her
Before you get
one more
married.
time before you get married?
It's like the last fling for the ring.
Yes.
This is your wife?
Yeah.
Do you want me to touch her?
I don't care.
Okay. Hey, kids! What's that? It's fruit snacks over there.
Yeah.
Yo, did y'all see the fruit snacks? What was that?
Motorboat.
You want me to motorboat you?
Motorboat him. You know that old trick we did back in college? Motorboat!
Shit.
Motorboat! Motorboat! Motorboat!
That's what we're doing?
You're about to get married. Come on there. Get in there.
By the way, he has a...
Put your face in there.
Yeah.
If any of y'all snitch, it's gonna be a problem.
It's a 2-for-1.
My man got you. My man got you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pull that belly out. Thank you for that. I appreciate you greatly. I might do that again. Who knows? You guys were looking that way, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know.
There was like fruit snacks or something, right? Yo, you gonna get us booked out here, bro. What are you doing, bro? Get down. Go sit.
What the hell is going on? Sit your down.
Yeah, that's my best man right there. He don't play. Hey, everyone. I want to introduce you to my best man right here, Chad Sean. Can we get a clap for him, please? So I want to like make this moment special. Who? Him. Asked you. Like, what the? Anyway, this guy right here came from Arizona. Be here for this special moment of mine. And he actually got me a gift. It's this wine. That is my girl's favorite wine. That's how much he knows me.
She be guzzling that wine on
She
down.
literally loves drinking it. So it's just so special that you thought that deep into your gift. And I appreciate you, bro.
Of course, bro.
Like, seriously, one more clap for my man, Chad Sean. Thank you, bro. Oh my
The
God.
narratives equate.
Eating on the job?
It's fried chicken and he's black, bro. Like, what did you expect? I'm confused. Bro, it's easy math. That's addition level. It's almost showtime.
What flavor is the cake?
Chicken.
How could a cake be chicken flavored? Are you
He's
smoking
like-
crack? What's going on?
What flavor's the cake?
Pushing on
Chocolate and
the-
vanilla?
I like chocolate.
Oh, you do? I'll tell you shit. You don't gotta speak too much on that.
What?
What's up with this guy,
He's
bro? Are you my number one
transgressing.
hater? There he
He's being
is. Hey,
transgressive.
let's clap for my boy Jimmy Rollins.
Transgressive.
Yeah. There he is. Let's get right. Hey, what's up with it? Oh, damn, you got this working overtime, huh? Wait, how bad is about to come down? Is God trying to stop it, or is he trying to make it even better? Where is she? Y'all don't think she getting cold feet, right?
She's fine. I was texting her right before this. She's on the way.
Okay, cool. Bro, because this is my best man, and he's always looking out.
Of course. I
Appreciate
gotta
you.
make sure she's coming.
Hey, babe, where you at? Okay, yo, Jimmy, can you go with her? You're gonna walk her out.
I don't think she'll be walking too fast.
Yo, TK, that is my Shagoo bunny bear. Be careful what you say, bro. We're not tolerating no G-Mama slander. So I don't know if y'all know the backstory. Me and G-Mama, the way we met, it was a little strange. I was trying to find her love, and then we kind of just found out that I was the one for her. This picture that I put on the cake is from the day we went on that adventure together. It's real special to me because that's kind of when we realized this was the very moment.
That's honestly very heartfelt, bro. I like that.
Okay, let's make some noise for the bridesmaids. Y'all look good, look good. You got one beautiful girl. Who she usually with? Beautiful girls, right? So y'all see it. Let's get started.
We're gathered here today for the marriage of these two children of God, Gianna and Destiny. I understand Jimmy will be the brideway, so this time. please
Why is this
approach the
3 of them?
altar.
You'll see you'll be down and flying. Smell of perfume. Just floating down the stairs. Kissing up your hair like you do. I know that'll be right. So it's on a night like tonight. I feel God you can read my mind. 'Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless.
Who is this poor woman they're exploiting? I mean, she's probably willing, but still.
Someone stop me, hold me, bro. I want to kiss her so bad, bro. Hold me, bro. Hold me, bro.
From the best
Hold me,
men
bro.
and the brightest ladies first, you'd like to say something on behalf of your friend.
Go ahead,
Don't
say
talk to me.
it. Say it. Let's go.
My name is Diamond. I'm kind of her closest friend.
That's true.
When she told me she was gonna get married to this little fucker, I was shocked because this dumb nigga actually signing papers. But hey, relationships are all about balance, and I mean, y'all know what that mouth do.
Oh, that's so crazy.
How rare is it that a black man gets married before having kids? Once they have a baby, it won't be no child support, just support.
Okay. Facts.
Let's raise our glasses and cheers to a lifelong marriage. That proves there's really someone for everyone, even if that someone made questionable decisions. Yes, you, Gianna.
It wasn't that questionable, right? Oh, damn, okay.
Makes me so happy to see these two came together just a few short months ago. Proven stereotypes till this day. Oh yeah, we already know it's gonna be a white on black crime tonight in the bedroom.
What? White on black?
Black on white.
All right.
Straight right until she dies.
Once you go black.
You never go back.
Yeah!
Get it done tonight.
Oh, we will. Get it in there, brother.
I'm the best man. Me and him go back to the sandbox. I'm so proud of you. I would have never thought that my best friend would be marrying such a beautiful, beautiful woman, right? You are a lucky guy. Sometimes I wish I was in your position. I wish, she was the one for me and but
You're just saying because she's such a special girl type.
yeah, no, she's such a special girl, and I see the way she treats you, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I wish I could have that. I know you're gonna stay around. I know you're not gonna get milk and never come back. I
Yeah,
already
won't.
know.
I won't do it.
know you.
I won't
You're a
do
great
it, bro.
guy. Congrats to you, brother.
Thank
I
you,
love
brother.
you.
Cheat you.
And congrats to you. I texted you this morning. Have a great one.
Oh, about the wine.
Yeah, no, I got her wine. It's your favorite wine. It's your favorite wine. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What'd you say?
None.
Oh.
These are the vows now, getting serious. I, Destin, your shorty king, promise to keep you fed and watered with a dry roof over your head and a salt lick in the yard. I vow to never leave my Timbs on your side of the bed. I promise to stay thorough, matching your freak 365. On the days I'm tired, you're looking at me like, oh, aren't you still good? Don't
Look at these fucking kids.
Keep reminding you that you sexy as hell at 400 pounds, no cap. I've
That's
outdone
not
the
true.
bigs can't believe this finance junk like you. Said yes.
Fine. Pretty face adorable.
I promise to be your Jack Pratt, but I will eat that fat.
Fat ass. That fat ass.
You agree, say bet.
Bet. Busy bet.
Now, Gianna.
Hey, what you gotta say? What's up?
Promise to love you even when you acted 6'2" in the group chat, drawing hard on your stupid prank videos.
I'll be chilling.
I'm for richer and for poor and sickness and health, thick and thin, especially thick.
I like 'em thick.
To want you all the time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, post-dinner, pre-dessert, especially when you're both too full to move, but I'm still horny.
As a
You'll always
What
be
the
my
fuck
Jack
is
Pratt. And
happening?
together we will lick the platter clean.
Yeah, we will.
If you say yes, say damn straight.
Damn straight.
Alright.
At this time, the bride and groom, I want to say something to each other.
You're so hot and funny, and you got a lot of money. I promise to look every day until your dick no longer gets hard.
Hopefully a long time.
Okay, Des?
I promise to cherish every inch, every ounce, every jiggle till the end of time. I promise to keep going to the gym so whenever I want, I could pick you up, put you in the air, and then leave you there. To the both of us.
Now, before I can announce that,
Quick! I want to do it!
is there any person here today that objects to this union, let them speak now or forever hold their peace.
Wait, what? Wait, what the? Wait, what the?
What's this?
That's AI! Fuck you talking about, yo? We don't tolerate that AI shit, fuck nigga. That's AI! That's AI! Come on, y'all.
Think I want to marry her? I'm here right now. If he wants to marry her, let's just do that.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, sure.
I just something down real fast. I just wanted to get something off my chest. So, Gianna, I gotta go.
Tell him what, bro? What? What's up, bro?
Gianna, I love you. You know what I mean?
What?
She gave me head last month, and I didn't even know that. I didn't know how to tell you. And it's like I had to tell him.
Bro, this is real, bro. Is he joking?
I'm sorry, but I'm not even kidding. She gave me head last month. It happened all so fast.
Wait, you gave him head?
Yeah.
You gave him head?
Yes.
And I'm not good enough for you?
I mean, you were.
Until what?
Till him.
What did he do that I couldn't?
I guess I was laying down, you know? Like, we were together.
You're my best friend.
We were together before you.
No, it's fine.
Together
You do
before
that to
you.
me?
And you knew that.
You fucking do that to me? You fucking do that to me? You fucking do that to me? You did that shit to me, nigga. You did that shit to me, pussy. On my fucking wedding day, you come here from fucking
You come here from Arizona to do this shit. You knew she was mine. You knew she was mine. I trusted you. I fucking trusted you. Get your ass up, boy. Get your ass up right now.
Real ass, real
Yo, Dad, I'm sorry. Yo, the fuck is wrong with you? At my wedding? At my fucking wedding? I'm sorry. She sucked your dick. Gianna, how fast did he come? I'm never that quick! It was the best head I've ever had in my life. What do you want me to do? You know I liked her before you. Supposed to be my best man. And Gianna? Baby, I don't regret it. I'll tell you that. How could you do this? We did so much. I took you on a date, I proposed to you, I sang a song, I wrote a song for you.
Gianna, whose dick is bigger?
Definitely Chad's.
TK.
Words come hard at times like this. The cake was good though.
Where is he?
Oh yeah, throw that watermelon.
Here he goes. Is this fucked up? Oh my God. I had to tell you the truth. She literally came on to me. Isn't it good that I'm telling you right now? Could have married a little Let's be honest. So everything she said about sucking dick, is that true? Obviously. So were you not lying about all that dick sucking?
No, I have a past.
I still love you. I want you to know that. You're still talking to her? What the f is wrong with you? You don't learn your You don't learn your lesson? Just leave me alone. What's wrong with you? Fucking savage. Payne, I need you. Come with me.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Will you marry me instead of him? We'll score him with female. Oh my God! Yeah! Take it! Oh my God! Take it! No. Take it! Milk's all over me. That's what you get. Blast him with tea milk? Blasted his ass with tea milk. That's how much she got my back.
Oh, he's still talking shit. Go beat him up.
That's Eric's wife. You lucky. You
Well, I did not see that coming.
Go get your wife.
Fuck that bitch. I was going to spend the rest of my life with you. I was going to treat you like a princess. I will never give another woman a chance because of you.
I did fuck up. Well, you are the one that I want. That's why I got your name tatted.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Do you still want to be with me?
I do.
Let's be together.
Yes. Are you still talking?
Psych, fuck out of here.
Are
Come
you
on, little
still
bro. Let this be a lesson for all the young ones. Do not trust these hoes, bro.
Yes.
Don't do it. They all the same, bro. You listen to Juice WRLD?
Yeah, yeah.
All girls are the same, right? That's what I'm saying. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go over there, tell her she just made the biggest mistake of her life. Now go.
You made the biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah, seriously.
Are you allowed to curse?
No.
Wait, are you allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Oh my God, come here. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, dumb bitch. You got me?
Sure.
You just made the biggest mistake of your life.
I owe you guys, okay?
I also need to tell you something. You know the guy you fought? I swear I saw him, but like he was white.
Do not mention that to anyone. What's up, buddy? You all right? Oh. This is where we found love. This is when it first happened. Honestly, man, I'm gonna give it to you. It didn't go well, bro.
Another guy.
In front of you.
No, it was my best man. She was, hey. Yeah, she was having sex with another dude, so yeah, it can't happen. You okay, bro? Not really, but I'm hanging in there.
You got a big old heart. You'll find somebody that appreciates it, baby.
I hope so. TK, we gotta talk, bro. You told me not to trust her, bro. Why did I not listen to you? I'm starting to realize something. You're always right.
The world would be a lot better off if they listened to me.
There's a positive to every negative. And as much as right now I'm heartbroken, I'm gonna be a man and I'm going to deal with the emotions, knowing that there's a better future. And we're both single now, so guess what?
Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's another day. We're gonna do something special.
We're gonna get that lure back in the lake.
100%. We're gonna do it. Absolutely.
Suck Chad's dick before I even met him.
Yeah, that's a lie. You know how they act.
Get a picture with you. I just did a U-turn.
Yeah, let's get a picture.
Oh, my kids are gonna die.
So you said you have kids.
my
Do you
God,
have
yeah.
a husband?
No.
Okay, well, my wife that I was supposed to have actually cheated on me. So I'm on the market. If you want to get entangled or something, you know?
Girl, you're supposed to be married. I was just like, watch your
And
life.
she's right to your right.
Why is she like in
But what's up? You look good.
lingerie?
I got 3 kids. What's up?
I'll take care of them. What's up? Talk to a
You
nigga.
gotta have juice. You gotta have the fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks, macaroni and cheese, easy mac.
All right, you might be in. We
Yeah,
might
yeah. Oh, what's up, y'all? Oh shit. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
You just said we was getting married.
Oh
now
yeah,
you
yeah, no,
acting funny.
we can do that. Yeah, let's get married.
3 hours ago, 5K views. Huh. That's actually less than he would get. So this is where I came from. Just gets to exploit that. I mean, like. Trolling racist. OF, racist. Scam, racist. A lot of racist stuff. Freaky. white hood is all very divisive, transgressive, you know. No, like that. He's pretty funny though, to be honest.
One part of this campaign, which was revealed in a Freedom of Information Act request, was Dispatch 1035-960. This dispatch, which was distributed to CIA field offices across the globe, contained the instructions to destroy it when no longer needed. And as DeHaven Smith explains, essentially, Dispatch 1035-960 instructed CIA agents to contact journalists and opinion leaders in their locales about critics of the Warren Commission, ask for their assistance in countering the influence of conspiracy theorists who were publishing conspiracy theories that blamed top leaders in the US for Kennedy's death, and urge their media contacts to criticize such theories and those who embraced them for aiding communists in the Cold War, trying to get attention, seeking to profit financially from the Kennedy tragedy, and refusing to consider all the facts. The effort to discredit critics of the official account of the JFK assassination proved effective largely because it introduced a new group label into American political discourse. Individuals who questioned the establishment's narrative were categorized as conspiracy theorists, and with the help of the media, politicians, and members of academia, this group was branded with increasingly pejorative labels. They were called paranoid, mentally unwell, crazy, fringe, extremists, crackpots, and fanatics. And as DeHaven Smith explains, the CIA propaganda program was designed to interject a new group into the pantheon of political groups Americans employ to pigeonhole political candidates, issues, movements, and so on. In this case, the group was called conspiracy theorists, and its beliefs were described abstractly as conspiracy theories about the assassination of President Kennedy. However, like the other group labels in American politics, the conspiracy theory label was, and is, sufficiently vague in general to be applied to many other events, issues, and individuals in addition to the assassination of President Kennedy. The stigmatization of conspiracy theorists through government propaganda and other covert actions continues to this day. For example, the American legal scholar Cass Sunstein, who was administrator of the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs in the Obama administration, wrote a paper in 2008 co-authored by Harvard legal scholar Adrian Vermeulen, which explores various methods for discrediting conspiracy theorists. The method they propose government use is called cognitive infiltration, or as they write, our main policy idea is that government should engage in cognitive infiltration of the groups that produce conspiracy theories. Cognitive infiltration involves government agents or private agents acting on the government's behalf, infiltrating groups that spread conspiracy theories and attempting to fracture their unity and undermine their theories. Or as Sunstein and Vermeulen explain, cognitive infiltration occurs when government agents or their allies, acting either virtually or in real space, and either openly or anonymously, undermine the crippled epistemology of those who subscribe to conspiracy theories. They do so by planting doubts about the theories and stylized facts that circulate within such groups, thereby introducing beneficial cognitive diversity. Cognitive infiltration is reminiscent of the FBI's illegal counterintelligence program that operated covertly from the mid-1950s to the 1970s. This program involved the FBI targeting political groups they saw as subversive, such as civil rights and anti-war groups, placing them under surveillance, infiltrating them, and attempting to disrupt their functioning. Cognitive infiltration is a form of cognitive warfare that intelligence agencies have long utilized to control narratives and to thwart the spread of information that is disruptive to the goals of the ruling class. Sunstein and Vermeulen's promotion of this theory is merely an academic attempt to justify the state's control of its citizens' minds. Or as DeHaven Smith writes, there is something very hypocritical about those who want to fix people who do not share their opinions. Sunstein and Vermeulen say conspiracy believers need to have their discussions disrupted because they are dangerous. But what could be more dangerous than thinking it is acceptable to mess with someone else's thoughts? Sunstein and Vermeulen's hypocrisy is breathtaking. They would have government conspiring against citizens who voice suspicions about government conspiracies, which is to say they would have government do precisely what they want citizens to stop saying government does. How do Harvard law professors become snared in such Orwellian logic? it is acknowledged that it was government propaganda that turned the conspiracy theory label into a pejorative term, and even if we believe cognitive warfare is being used to discredit conspiracy theories, perhaps the government is right to act in this way. Maybe the ruling class of Western democracies largely obey the law, and perhaps the public needs to be protected from the dangerous ideas of the conspiracy theorists. But this overlooks the fact that political conspiracies do occur. For example, there was the Watergate scandal in the early 1970s where officials in the Nixon administration conspired to rig the 1972 election. There was Iran-Contra in the 1980s, in which members of Reagan's White House illegally sold arms to Iran and then channeled the money to a rebel army in Nicaragua. More recently, the Bush-Cheney administration purposely misled Congress and the American public about the evidence for weapons of mass destruction in Iraq to justify a war. But in the minds of those who reject conspiracy theories, the fact that these political crimes have been exposed may be interpreted as evidence against speculative and unproven conspiracy theories. For one could claim that even if the ruling class commits a major crime, it can't be kept a secret for long. Investigations by the agencies tasked with maintaining law and order would discover these crimes, or whistleblowers would make them public knowledge. DeHaven Smith describes this rebuttal of conspiracy theories in the following passage. But of course, those who use the conspiracy theory label as a put-down to dismiss suspicions of political skullduggery know that political conspiracies sometimes do occur. They are aware of Watergate, Iran-Contra, and Iraq-gate, but they argue that official exposure of these scandals proves that secrets in the United States cannot be kept, and plots in high office will always be found out. This defense of the ruling class overlooks the fact that governments are provably capable of keeping secrets. A prime example is the Manhattan Project to develop the atomic bomb. This project involved thousands of people and took years to complete, but only became public knowledge after the first bomb was dropped on Japan. A more recent example relates to the Epstein files. The US government has kept secret the names of many of those involved with Epstein and the true extent of his crimes, even though numerous agents in the FBI, Justice Department, and other government officials have had access to the unredacted documents. Clearly, when the US government wants to keep its capability secret, it can do so, even when the secret must be harbored by many people and multiple agencies. But even if conspiracy theories can be kept secret, and even if the ruling class commits crimes that we never learn of, is it really something to be outraged about? Are the conspiracies that the ruling class takes part in really affecting our day-to-day lives? If society were truly sliding into a totalitarian dystopia, wouldn't the evidence be unmistakable and visible to everyone? But there is an alternative point of view. Perhaps modern ruling elites have learned that openly trying to control all of society, as past totalitarians did, is counterproductive. It is better to offer the illusion of freedom and to use conspiracies to place the chains of servitude around a population. Or as DeHaven Smith writes, the truth is that events and information vary greatly in their importance, and hence a more or less totalitarian system can be achieved with a bare minimum of government intrigue and propaganda if the political apparatus and specifically the organs of manipulation are focused on society's key levers and choke points. This might be called smart or selective totalitarianism. In such a system, the government rarely intervenes into domestic or international affairs for domestic effect. But when it does, it orchestrates hugely important events that set the frame for policy and politics for years or even decades to come. If it is accepted that political conspiracies occur and that keeping them secret is possible, then the real reason why so much effort is put into discrediting conspiracy theories comes to light. It is not done to protect people from falling down rabbit holes of misinformation or to prevent an unjustified collapse in government trust. Instead, it is done to protect the criminals in positions of high power. A conspiracy theory directs suspicions at officials who benefit from political crimes and tragedies, writes DeHaven Smith. The theories are considered dangerous not because they are obviously false, but because, viewed objectively and without deference to US political officials and institutions, they are often quite plausible. A willingness to evaluate the evidence supporting a conspiracy theory is not a sign that we are crazy or paranoid. It is a sign that we are connected to reality and not deluded by statist propaganda. In fact, it was an openness to the possibility of political conspiracies that led to the creation of one of the greatest countries in history. The founders of the United States of America rebelled against British rule because they recognized, as is documented in complaints listed are onerous taxation, fomenting slave rebellions and Indian uprisings, taxation without representation, and indifference to the colony's complaints. The document's signers claimed it was this designed to reduce them under absolute despotism, not any or all of the abuses themselves, that gave them the right and the duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. If we continue to fall victim to the propaganda that manipulates us into dismissing conspiracy theories, then we risk falling further into the chains of tyrannical rule that the American founders fought against. We make it easier for the corrupt elements of the ruling class to commit crimes that lead to their enrichment and our impoverishment, as well as to their empowerment and our enslavement. This doesn't mean that we should be naive and believe all conspiracy theories, as many are false and some act as decoys to distract us from the theories more likely to be true. Rather, we need to be vigilant and to recognize that power corrupts and that corrupt rulers commit crimes to further their agendas. We have built up a library of over 120 membership videos filled with wisdom and insights to help you deal with the challenges of life and fulfill your potential. Some of our recent membership videos include why self-criticism cripples you and how to stop it, the psychology of nice guys, why they are destined to fail, Carl Jung and the challenge of becoming an individual, and our 6-part series on the psychology of the man-child, which consists of over 2 hours of in-depth content. Sign up for $5.99 a month or $49.99 a year at academyofideas.com/members. All videos are downloadable for offline viewing, MP3 downloads are available, and you can cancel your membership at any time. This channel is the work of 2 brothers from Canada. Thank you for your support.
A recent study showed that kids are going out to the club a lot less. They're actually not wanting to go out to the club and waste hundreds and thousands of dollars on drinks, on cover charges, on Ubers after they get deliberately drunk and then they can't drive themselves back because drunk driving is illegal. Despite how cool drunk driving is, it's actually illegal, sadly, but drunk driving is pretty cool, obviously. Yeah, it's the coolest thing ever. And I was talking to my friend about this phenomenon, and he said, well, why don't people want to go to the club, man? Club, cool, they got women, they got drinks, man, they got DJs, people be going crazy. And I said, when did you go to the club last? In 2004? Because that's not how the club is at all. I live in Detroit, Michigan. Now, Detroit is a big city. It's a big city, a big party city, and people go out basically every weekend. And so I decided a few months back, I want to go out to the club. And it was a summer day, it was hot. It was about 85 degrees at night. That's really hot. I was having a good time. Boom, jumping, booming. And I was thinking people were going to get on the dance floor, start dancing. First 2 hours of the club, everybody just sitting around drinking, and nothing's going on. As a matter of fact, the dance floor is surprisingly empty. I can't hear the person next to me because the music is too loud. I'm a little bit confused. And I discovered something very interesting about the club. Club sucks. Don't know a better way. It feels almost impressive how much it sucks. Like, it took genuine effort, deliberate architectural intention to engineer a space where the entire stated purpose is movement and release and fun, and yet somehow nobody is permitted to actually move or release without people just looking at you and judging you. I was trying to dance and people said, you're so cringe, you're so weird. I don't know what's going on. I walked in, I expected dancing. I wanted sweat, laughter, chaos. You know, something that shakes a little bit, something loose in my chest. That's what I want. I got a room full of people just standing there, perfectly still, like I'm in a museum, just looking at me. I'm confused. What's going on? Bunch of 1,000-yard stares of soldiers who have seen too much. Why y'all got PTSD in the club? Why y'all got PTSD in the club? They're guarding drinks they barely seem to enjoy that cost a month's rent. Drinks cost like so much money. It's crazy. It's just financial ruin. It's nuts. It's nuts. When you finally decide to dance after a few drinks, a little bit enamored, which is literally the club exists to dance. The ontological purpose inscribed by the very concept of clubs is you dance, right? People look at you crazy. Oh my god, it's nuts. You ever see that image, the video? It's the girl dancing with the pancakes. You remember that? She's dancing with the pancakes. This is right here. She's dancing with the pancakes. Remember that? Everybody tore that little thing apart. Everybody said, oh, that's the stupidest, most cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I never do that in public. I'm sorry. That was cool to me. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm an idiot. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a very nice thing that she was enjoying those pancakes that much. Maybe I'm a little bit different. Maybe I'm just outside the box. I feel as though I live in a different reality or a different dimension where people are allowed to enjoy things because people insult people so much for regular basic things. I don't get it. There is nothing more surreal, more existentially disorienting than paying money to enter a space designed for music and motion only to be mocked or side-eyed for doing exactly that. How did I misunderstand the assignment? The assignment is printed on the walls. It's in flashing lights. There's a DJ here. There's a DJ in the club. It's thrumming through the speakers. It's vibrating in the floor beneath your feet. Where did I mess up on the assignment? I'm so confused. Worst part is we are in a financial crisis. Eggs cost so much money. Milk is absurd. Groceries. Every time I go grocery shopping, which is twice a month, I spend about $230 on groceries. I don't even get that much. You know what I do to reward myself after getting the grocery food? For some reason, and I'm stupid, and I may be an idiot for this, and you can judge me all you want to, I get DoorDash. I get DoorDash because I'm so exhausted from just work and existing and the financial stress and politics and all the negative news that I consume every day. I just get DoorDash because I don't want to cook because I'm so tired of everything. And I don't have a dishwasher, mind you. I don't have a dishwasher in this household, so I'm just hand washing dishes. So I replace all the dishes with paper plates. It's tough. And then, this is the part that gets me. The reason I brought up we're in a financial crisis is that the club costs so much money. It costs so much money. The money part, it feels like a prank. It's got to be a joke. It's got to be something. It's a performance arts. It's performance performance art. It's a performance art piece about, I don't know, late stage capitalism. It is pulled on me. I'm a tired adult, right? I just want to see my friends. I don't want to have to plan a month in advance. I don't want to have to coordinate 6 different schedules. I don't want to make this a military operation. So you drive out, you pay $10 for parking. It's $10 for parking, and then you have to pay. And you're about to be at $30 because the cover charge. Because I'm a guy, I'm not a girl. Girls get in free. But guys, if you don't get there before 10, guess what? $20. $20 cover charge. Boom. And you're saying to yourself, I never paid a $20 cover charge. It's mostly 15 or 10 bucks. It's arbitrary numbers, arbitrary completely. So I drop that 20 at the door. I'm allowed inside. So what do I do now? Do I get a free wristband or something? Nope. They put a little smiley face on my wrist. Why are you marking my wrist? I don't want this non-toxic marker on my wrist. That's annoying. So they had that there just so I can drink. And mind you, I don't drink. I'll get to that later. But then after that, and before the music even registers in my body, before the bass has time to hit my sternum, you are already $30 deep with absolutely nothing to show for it except a wrist stamp. And that's it. That's it. And I feel like I'm losing. I feel like I'm losing when I hit the club. That's when the drinks start. You see, I go to a lot of clubs, right? Or I used to go to a lot of clubs. Drinks average probably like $7 to $50, right? And you are so confused, right? Because, and I gotta talk about alcohol for a second, because it's just poison. It's poison. Cocktails that suck, it's all bad. And you know what's the worst part? You know what sucks? I am allergic to alcohol. I physically cannot consume alcohol. I can't. I'm literally allergic to it. And this is so important too, because there are so many people that say, I remember you got drunk that one night. I will bring up my medical records from ProMedica Hospital, from Henry Ford Hospital to show you that I can't drink. I'm literally allergic to shellfish, and I'm allergic to alcohol. Can't do it. I'm also allergic to grass for some reason, but that's besides the point. I can't drink. I can't smoke because I had lung cancer. Whoa, what are the odds? I had blood cancer that went to my lungs. I had leukemia. I had that, so I can't smoke either because my bronchial tubes are forever ruptured. So that's what it is. I just go out there because guess what? Nobody else wants to do anything besides go to the club. This is not my scene, my natural habitat. This is not my ecosystem where I thrive. And the environment, it pressures me into precipitation. It's just, you gotta drink, you gotta do something. So they make you they said this club has a 2-drink limit, a 2-drink minimum. You can't just sit at the bar. So I have to get this drink. Now this looks like alcohol, doesn't it? It's called liquid death. It's called liquid death. It's stupid, it's dumb. It's called liquid death. That is exactly what it is. It's liquid death. Get this and feel like you're a part of the crew. They made this so people that only drink water can feel like they're a part of the crew. This performative consumption, this stupid, this dumb, standing there feels like a scam. Because, why are you ready? You're at the club and you're not drunk? You're not drunk? Let me peer pressure you into getting drunk. You child, you infantile snail-skull little rabbit. You don't stop pressuring me to drink literal poison. This is the craziest thing I've ever been experienced. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. So after not dancing, after getting shamed into dancing after you're drunk and everybody's drunk, and then after listening to too loud music, not even having coherent conversation with your friends, going to the smoking patio, messing up your lungs because it's kind of cold outside, and the lungs will mess you up, and who's smoking Marlboros, who's still smoking cigarettes in this day and age? At least vape, dude. There's no reason for you to smoke a cigarette. You're just being performative at this point. It's dumb. And then the night's over, you run up a tab creeping towards $100, so you pay $30 in total for parking and to get in. Then you pay all those drinks $130, and then if you did drink, let's say you did drink, right? Let's say you did drink, right? This is the important part. You can't drive. Oh, you can't drive. Oh, you can't drive. So you gotta get an Uber home, or somebody else has to drive you, and they have to drive you back, or you gotta Uber back. That's what happens. Time passes slowly in uncomfortable spaces, and buying another drink. You buy another drink, that's your permission to stay. You're renting your spot on earth for another hour. Then you go out for food. Oh, here goes the fun part. You go out for food. Hunger. You go to Waffle House, you go to Coney Island. Now you gotta spend extra $20, $30. And don't forget tip. and you're drunk, so you're not even thinking right now. So you're saying, okay, I'm gonna give her a big tip. This is gonna be great. I'm drunk and she's so pretty. She's working at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna give her a $50 tip. David, stop giving her a $50 tip. She's not gonna be with you. She just knows you always give a $50 tip. I'm gonna do that. Are you insane? Are you insane? And all this happens after you have a long work week. Long work week. Your body's tired, your brain is fried, your bank account is already in recovery mode, everything's bad. But still, you still need a break. Because you don't want to be alone on the weekend. No. Because you don't want to be the person who stops showing up. Because your friends are there and you love them, and this is what you do to be near them. And then you get there and realize everything is sticky. Why is everything sticky in a club? Why is everything sticky? Everything smells off. The bathrooms are disgusting. It's a war crime in the bathroom. Someone did a paint job in the bathroom, and the entire place feels like it was designed by someone who hates joy. That's who designed it. That they want to build a machine that extracts money. It has a DJ that's playing the worst music you've ever heard. It's crazy. What is this techno pop garbage? Try to escape, can't drive home because you're drunk, can't do that. And that's another expense because you got an Uber, all that stuff. You might get a ticket, might ruin somebody's life. You drive home drunk, so you can't do it. You realize the next day you got to Uber back, sucks, and you spent money to do something you barely remember, hoping retroactively that you counted it as a good time because you don't want to say it was a bad time. Well, you don't want to say it was a bad time because you wasted money. You don't want to say you had a bad time when you make some money and you do it every weekend. You know what I've done? This is what I've done. Every weekend I have my friends over to play Mario Party Jamboree. That's what I do. That's it. It's fun. It's super fun. It's angry, aggressive, but it's fun. It's great. There's no cover charges. You can drink if you want to. It doesn't really matter to me. Nobody around me drinks realistically. None of them are alcoholics. That's what I do. None of them smoke either. That's my friend group. That's my personal crew. We don't smoke or drink. I know y'all look at me and say, oh, he seems like he's high. He seems like he's drunk. This is just me as a person. This is how I operate. I'm more entertaining than you. Grow up and get over yourself. I'm happy being myself. There needs to be more adult spaces where you can actually do something. I don't know, talk, play, move, connect. I don't want this nightclub fiasco garbage. Because at this point, the club sucks. So I can understand
There's a
why a
point.
lot of
He
people
genuinely
are
has a
not
point.
wanting
This is
to
the
go to
first thing I
clubs.
said in a minute,
I
but
don't want people to have another
right.
transaction. I don't want that. Just another reminder that fun, real fun, is at home. That's insane. So yeah, the club sucks. I hate the club. Let me know your experiences with the club down below. This is just me rambling and ranting. I despise the club with my whole chest. I'm out. Peace. Bye.
Night, March 1964, Queens, New York. Crowds, because the mind quite else looks confident. Everyone assumes they are the only one who doesn't understand, so nobody asks.
On November 26th of 2024, police received calls for a wellness check for someone whose family could not reach. After a day of repeated attempts to make contact with the occupant, police finally entered their apartment. Located in the Lower Heights neighborhood of downtown San Francisco, what they found was odd. Items in disarray on a table, camping supplies in front of the entryway, but a closer look to the right revealed the worst. A body. The deceased body of Suchir Balaji, a 26-year-old ex-OpenAI employee who a month earlier left the company due to feeling uncomfortable with the trajectory the organization was taking. He was found supine, face up, with an apparent gunshot wound to the head. Immediately, San Francisco's medical examiner quickly ruled Suchir's death a suicide. Suchir's parents were crushed, their only son dead, mere days after his birthday. But most of all, his parents were immediately skeptical, made suspicious by odd circumstances and a feeling something larger was going on. But they didn't just speculate. They hired a private investigator, a forensic pathologist, radiologist, and ballistics expert. This confirmed further suspicion that at the minimum, the official report doesn't make a lot of sense. And disturbingly, at most, Suchir's death is looking very convenient for one of the most powerful corporations in the United States. So, who was Suchir Balaji? Suchir was an incredibly bright and passionate computer science graduate of UC Berkeley. He was deeply interested in machine learning and neural networking, two subjects at the very heart of what we call AI. Right out of college, he was recruited by OpenAI as an AI researcher, responsible for organizing training data on the internet used for the famous service ChatGPT. Essentially, information on the internet for the AI model to learn from. Suchir made an immediate impact. John Schulman, a co-founder of OpenAI, stated, Suchir's contributions to this project were essential, and it wouldn't have succeeded without him. Suchir hoped that AI would lead to new cures for diseases, expanding our understanding of physics, and make technological leaps that would help all of humanity. Suchir joined relatively early, during OpenAI's transition into a for-profit entity. This is where the public story of Suchir begins. On October 23rd of 2024, the New York Times dropped an article with Suchir at the forefront. Former OpenAI researcher says the company broke copyright law. Suchir had deep ethical concerns with how OpenAI was building ChatGPT, concern of stealing copyrighted material throughout the internet. So much so, he stated in an interview with the New York Times, if you believe what I believe, you have to just leave the company. OpenAI is claiming fair use, a legal stipulation that allows some to utilize copyrighted content in very specific, unique, and creative use cases. Suchir released a very enlightening technical write-up titled, When Does Generative AI Qualify for Fair Use?, which goes into fine detail on how ChatGPT potentially violates fair use laws. Suchir concluded, none of the four factors seem to weigh in favor of ChatGPT being a fair use of its training data. That being said, none of the arguments here are fundamentally specific to ChatGPT either, and similar arguments can be made for many AI products in a wide variety of domains. To Suchir, OpenAI wasn't pioneering anything unique. It was distilling the internet into a worse, hallucinated version, repackaging existing internet services, and allowing a monolithic corporation to take everyone's work, data, and turn it into a multi-billion-dollar chatbot. This was not the vision Suchir aligned with, and in October 2024, he quit OpenAI, and he spoke out against corporate abuse of power. And only a month later, he was found deceased in his apartment. Before we move further, something should be stated. This video is going to focus on the immediate current facts available. But importantly, this is a moving situation subject to change. Also, due to YouTube's guidelines, this video will be heavily censored. Because of that, I will release a less censored, ad-free version on my Patreon and website, which I'll leave a link below if you're interested. It was a cloudy day in San Francisco. For most, it was a normal Tuesday right before Thanksgiving. But at 188 Buchanan Street, the day-to-day minutia was interrupted by a large police presence. 10:15 p.m., San Francisco police responded to a second wellness check after previously knocking on Suchir's door with no answer. The police gained entry from the apartment's property management. As stated before, to the right in the bathroom's entrance was Suchir's body. At this point, Suchir has been deceased for either 2 to 3 days. According to the official police report, he was in moderate decomposition from an apparent gunshot wound to the head. Underneath Suchir's right thigh was his own Gen 4 Glock 17, which malfunctioned after a gunshot. Specifically, the spent casing failed to extract and left the firearm out of battery. Immediately, to Suchir's mother, the explanation of a suicide made little sense. Suchir had a very active life with close friendships. After leaving OpenAI, he received multi-million-dollar job offers from other AI firms and even had plans to start a nonprofit in the AI space. But perhaps most pertinent of all, one of the last days anyone saw Suchir was his return from a camping trip in the Catalina Islands with a group of childhood friends. Now, this is where stuff gets odd. The circumstances around his death. What's weird is that the camera for the elevator Suchir used was disabled. Here is a picture. As you can see, where the camera should be, there are exposed Ethernet cables. Well, this can be explainable in isolation. This is the beginning of a pattern of abnormalities that come up frequently in this case. Luckily, one camera did catch Suchir, and as of this moment, this is the very last visual the world has of him. Does anyone find anything odd here? We'll play it again. It's right here. Suchir ordered takeout right before his death. This poses immediate questions. Why order takeout before ending your life? And further, why was said takeout half-eaten? Perhaps Suchir decided to have one last meal, simply tossing it when finished. While this is possible, it's certainly abnormal. And the abnormalities are only beginning. A warning before we proceed. Blood was found all over the bathroom. On the sink, the floor, and along the door. The pattern below the sink is also a bit odd, almost like drops, something akin to a bloody nose. In a crime scene reconstruction report, it's reported this is respirated blood from Suchir's mouth that landed on the floor, which perhaps could be completely accurate. It just seems like an odd place for respirated blood given the location of Suchir's body. But that's not all. This photo is also concerning. A trash can that is knocked over. Now, in the same reconstruction report, it's stated that Suchir may have knocked over the trash can as he fell. While certainly possible, I'm not fully convinced due to the position of his body. For this to happen, the resting location of the trash can would be in an odd spot. The physics also seem difficult. Possible, but difficult. The easiest way this could have toppled over is if the lip of the trash can was over his foot, which is also documented in the reconstruction report. Because of this, and in conjunction with the half-eaten food, I really do think this should be entertained as at least possible foul play. But one thing that isn't a mystery is how social media creates databases and maps of our lives, our location, our family, our interests. It's a billion-dollar industry that is now being utilized by regimes globally. There is an organization working to fix that. They are called Haven Social, a new video and image sharing platform that seeks to promote greater freedom and online privacy. Developed by cybersecurity professionals, they've utilized techniques to minimize AI data scraping and facial scanning, while promoting an ethical approach to social media and video sharing with transparent algorithms, better pay for creators, and a platform where you don't have to censor really basic words. They're a small group looking to find Kickstarter. Consider pledging and helping them make a better internet possible with a link in the description and the pinned comment below. Now, this next section truly throws a wrench in this case. And a quick warning before we proceed. There is a large tuft of hair on top of a pool of blood. This was confirmed to be Suchir's hair. Why is there a large tuft of Suchir's hair in a pool of blood? To say this is abnormal at the site of a suit is an understatement, and yet the next piece of evidence just continues to confuse, that being Suchir's toxicology report. Suchir had ethanol, amphetamine, norepinephrine, and GHB in his system. We'll explain each compound. Suchir had high levels of alcohol in his system, hence the ethanol. He was also on an ADHD medication, Wellbutrin, which his blood levels reflected with the level of amphetamine in his system. The levels of norepinephrine was also consistent with common cold medications, but the last compound here, GHB, is suspect. You may know GHB as roofies. A feared drug used to sedate victims. To find this substance in Suchir is disturbing to say the least, and it doesn't take a genius to understand he very well could have been drugged. That said, he did ingest high amounts of alcohol, twice that of the legal driving limit, highlighting an intent of intoxication, but the conscious combination of alcohol and GHB before is extremely odd, particularly from someone who doesn't have a history of drug use. Sedating yourself before isn't exactly uncommon, but according to my research, the use of GHB absolutely is. Further, as stated earlier, every other substance in Suchir's system is accounted for in his apartment, but anything containing GHB is not. Further, according to the forensic pathologist report, the state Suchir would have been in would make handling a firearm exceptionally difficult. And as you will see, this fact will become much, much more important. The next piece of evidence we have to look at is the site of the gunshot, and it could be the most consequential piece. Suchir was shot in the front of the head. Yes, you heard that right. At the front of the head. Half a centimeter to the right of the midline of his lower forehead. But he wasn't just shot in the front of his head. The bullet traveled downwards at around 30 to 40 degrees and was lodged at the top of his spine.
It had to be like this.
It doesn't take an expert to realize this also makes little sense. And I wish this was the end of the oddity, but it's not. There's a second mass in Suchir's head, located here. According to two forensic and medical experts, this is a second bullet. Suchir very well could have been shot a second time. Now, I say
Bro,
could
you can't
have,
shoot yourself
because
in the
during
head
the
twice.
forensic reconstruction, the report states, a radiology report indicated that a second projectile was in the patient's head. However, given a single entry wound, a single fired cartridge case, and a single trajectory, the radiologist likely saw the second half of the projectile, which was missed by the SFME during autopsy. The crime scene reconstruction report believes this to be part of the jacket of the first bullet, which makes sense given that they only recovered 96 grains out of the 115 grain bullet from Suchir, and there is no other noticeable entry wound except the forehead. Given the angle, the second bullet's path would have likely originated from the mouth. That said, the report says half the jacket. There's 19 grains of mass missing from the bullet, meaning that's only 16% of the entire first bullet. That's far, far less than half the jacket. Let's take another look. That's a relatively large mass. big enough, it very much makes sense that a radiologist and a forensic pathologist believe it's a second bullet. Further, the bullets Suchir purchased were total metal or full metal jacket, meaning the round has a lower chance of fragmenting than a hollow point defensive bullet. Another massive issue is that the second autopsy showed Suchir had lacerations on his tongue, fractured teeth, and a fracture on the right side of his skull.
6 to 9.
How does that happen?
Tonight, I'm done. I
Particularly
must go
that he
dine,
was found
drink
lying
some wine,
supine
and be
on his
all
back.
fine.
A fall from a gunshot doesn't seem likely to produce a fracture such as this. This fact, along with the potential for a second bullet, has the ultimate potential to be the single most important piece in this case.
Yeah, I'm hungry. So, nos vemos otro tiempo. Nos vemos mais tarde. Nos vemos mais tarde. Obrigado. Tchau, tchau.